As always though guys, let's dive into the opposition of Slavia Prague first and see exactly what we're going to be coming up against. Now, very similar to us, this is a team that's coming off a very emphatic league run. I think they're sitting 14 points clear of their closest rivals at Sparta Prague, so it's not exactly going to be a walk in the park. It's a kind of unknown for myself, because looking at some of their games, there's a fair whack of draws in their run of form and stuff like that from before the Leicester win. They even drew with Leicester in their first leg, but they've managed to put out, I would class as an English powerhouse at the minute. Now, they're a harder team in England, Leicester City, to be beaten now, and for Slavia to go to the King Power Stadium and take 2 goals off them, I think if I'm right as well, that was their first win in England in Europe. That was a big deal for me, and I didn't expect to see Leicester going out. So we need to take all the kind of stories of it being easier to get through a wee pinch of salt and focus exactly on what needs to be done.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the couplet.
Because looking at them as a whole, they've got goals in their locker. They've managed to get a run of form where they're not getting beaten. I think, as I say, 14 points running clear. Taking the game at the King Power, into the equivalent. You've also got this random game here where they've scored 10 goals. They just played a third tier side in the cup and they've just won 10-3. So there's goals in their locker, there's performances in there as well. The draws I was looking at before this Leicester games as well, there was like 3 eaches and stuff like that in there. So taking that into consideration, the way our defence plays, the way they're going to be trying to attack, I think if you look at it logically, all that we're going to see is a very high attacking team. So we need to focus on that just that wee bit extra, because we probably won't be used to coming up against that just as much, especially with the league games. Like taking the St Mirren game into consideration, there wasn't a lot attacking us, but we've stepped up to that in Europe this year. We've managed to prove that when we don't have that style of football against us in the league, we can turn midweek and we can turn on a game. Now, we know that there's a few of our players as well that like to play in European, underneath the lights, etc, etc. So I think it's a game that we can shine in, but we need to take them and take it seriously, because it's just not as simple as a walkover. Because as Gerard said, this is the last 16 of a European competition. This is big time, getting into the point where you're starting to see superhouse teams. So you need to give them the respect they deserve, because as well as we've played to get to this place, the last 16, they've done exactly the same thing. They've knocked out Leicester, they've got to the same place. Now we need to give them the respect they deserve. I think if you look back and see exactly the last time that they were beat, it was Bayer Leverkusen, got them 4-0, and I think it's like 14 or 16 games now they've went unbeaten. So they have the same attitude as we do this season. I think they've got that almost swagger arrogance that they've got built up, and it's not an out of place arrogance. They've gave that to themselves, and I wouldn't take that away from them, because we've put ourselves in that position as well, where we feel as if we can come up against anyone and win. So I think it's going to be a really good competition, to be brutally honest, and it's going to be one of those that could be another high scoring game. Especially with the fact that it's away, we know what we need to do to get out and score goals. But they're going to be doing exactly the same thing to try and take a kind of dominant position back over to Ibrox. And touching on another point with that as well, looking at their stadium, looking at Ibrox, both have become a little bit of a undefeated place, because they've not lost a game in Europe this season at home, as much as we haven't done that either. So a lot of things are balancing 50-50 with the two squads, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this game play out. The only real team news I can see coming from them is Stanislav Tek, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's coming back from his injury, which kind of kept him out for a wee while, and that's the only player I can see coming back in possibly. But it looks to me anyway, just by reading up and seeing exactly what their manager's going to be playing, I feel as if he's just going to name exactly the same squad that played against Leicester. Whether that's an advantage or not, kind of roughly knowing what a team's going to be, I can see this being another team that's been watched a lot by the club, by just by watching videos and stuff like that, just to get that knowledge in. Because it's strange just what you're looking at. Fans undefeated in their own home ground, the run of form, it's almost identical. It's like a mirror image. It's really strange looking at the two teams. So I feel as if it's been a good team for us to come up against, and it's going to be a really good test for us, specifically after being on such a high at the weekend. Now, with that being said, let's move into Rangers and see exactly what's going to be happening from our side and see any kind of possible changes that could be tweaked in there to see if we can keep that team fresh. Because let's face it, guys, we've seen them at their best now. We have. Every single one of us out there is still absolutely flying on this one. Nobody can be down. The only thing I have to admit now, I did a video with Jimbo over at Football Shedz, just kind of stating the kind of safety stuff. I'm not going to get into too much here. If you want to see it, head over to Football Shedz. Get a wee subscribe on that channel as well. They've helped me out, so it'd be great for you guys to go over and help them out. But it's been a big deal for us to not let the stuff off the pitch start to overshadow what we've done. Nobody's turning around and saying to any of these Rangers fans not to celebrate. They knew it was going to be happening. I think it's maybe took a step too far. Maybe Ibrox was enough, and maybe specific gatherings in your kind of local area might have been enough. I've mentioned Saltcoats did that as well, the Loyal, who I never managed to get up to. They did the fireworks display without everybody traipsing up to kind of George Square and things like that. I think that's maybe where we've maybe stepped a wee bit too much into the limelight for a bad reason. It kind of needs to change for us. We need to come away from that. We need to get that out of our mind, and we need to again focus back on the football. But as I say, just a quick one, guys. Just stay safe. Let's not break any of the rules that we don't need to break, and let's not take any stupid fines back to the club. Let's put it that way. But again, I am not being a martyr. I'm not telling you to do anything at all. Who am I at the end of the day? I'm just a silly guy on YouTube. But just stay safe, guys, that's all I was meaning. But as we are all still in cloud nine, we're all happy about what's happened. It's fantastic that we've got to the position that we're in. Now we've took the step into the rest of the season that we were talking about, all the different trophies that are still up for grabs. Still got Scottish Cup, and we've still got the Europa League games coming up. Yes, the league's by with, but it doesn't mean you take the foot off the gas. This is where I feel this big test is going to come straight in for us really quickly after winning the league as well, which is a good thing. Because there's no time to rest on your laurels. You need to get straight back into the training. You need to make sure, as Gerard has said, hydrate levels are up, be ready for it, and be switched on enough that you're going on to that park on Thursday night and you're not sitting with a hangover, basically. Now the jokes are all out there. I've seen a few of them, Griegsy and all that carry on, looking rough and things like that. Now, you can't turn around and say that you wouldn't in that situation. They deserve to celebrate, and they'll get their big celebration at the end of the season. I know they will. But let's not be kidding, guys. Every single one of the players in that dressing room are going to be sitting focused and ready for this. Just look at how they've played all season. They turn up to every game, and when we do play bad, we're able to switch it, and we do not let the heads drop. So for me, guys, I feel as if, yes, we've won the league, yes, we've had that celebration time, but I don't think that this is going to take anything away from the level of intensity the game's going to give on Thursday night. Again, guys, I really don't think we're going to see very much difference in team selections at all. I think our only difference there is we've got a couple of players coming back, kinda the now. I think we've got Kamar Roof getting close to being back, ready to play, but I'm pretty sure the team line will be exactly the same as what we're expecting. So let's take a quick jump over and have a look at the team selection. So as you can see, guys, standard goalkeeper selection for myself. I'm going for McGregor. I'm going to go the back line of Patterson, armband on Goldson, with Hollander beside them and Barisic as per usual. Midfield this time I'm going to go with Kamara, Davis and Aribo. I just feel that's the midfield we're going to need for this game. And the up front classic three of Hagi, Morelos and Kent. I feel that the way that they're playing, we can't be taking them off. We can't be chopping and changing that front three, because the way they're playing is just fantastic. And I feel that midfield, it's changed up enough. We've got Kamara back for Europe and stuff like that, and it's enough to give us the points that we're looking for and get the goals on the game. Before we move on though, guys, let's take a quick jump over and have a quick look at your score predictions. So as you can see, guys, there's quite a lot of people out there that are nice and confident. I don't think anybody that I've spoke to so far thinks we could lose. I will say Willie Burns reckons that we might come from behind, but he's going for 3-2. We've also got Dylan Sargent going for 6-0 Slavia, with Griegsy still on a come down, which I did find funny, to be fair. Well played, Dylan. Chrissy McClinton's going for a 2-1 win, but we've also got two people that reckon we might draw. We've got Gordon Lamond going 1 each, and Ross McKenzie, he reckons he's happy to take a score draw over there, maybe 1 each, and then finish a job at Ibrox. I don't disagree with that. I'd like to see the win over there, but again, I think the performance could be a 50-50 game, so we need to watch out. Score predictions from me though, guys. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. Rangers, yes, I think they'll score, but I feel like we've got everything going for us. Momentum taking out a win in the league. Everything going for us up front. The top three are on fire. The midfield are strong, and the defence are equally that way as well. the goal coming from them, I think it's almost a foregone conclusion, to be honest. I'm saying this 50-50 game, and I feel like that is the way it's going to be. The teams are almost identical, to be honest, so I'll give them the respect they're due, and I'll go for a 2-1 win Rangers. And I don't think that's unfair, to be honest. We have every right to be confident that we're going to win the game. If we were to come up on maybe a Man United or something like that, maybe that is a step too far. But right now, I feel like we could beat anybody in that competition. Definitely right now I feel as if we could beat anybody. So confidence is high, and the confidence is there to keep us going and get into that next round. That about wraps up today's video though, guys. Thanks again everybody for watching, but remember we've got the competition running from the unofficial sponsor, Amore wax melts. I'll put the link in the description below. Get over there to our Facebook page, like that as well, get commenting on there, look, see what she's got going. But we've got the Rangers commemorative glass, 55 on the back with your name, kind of like a jersey. So when we get to 200 subscribers, I'll pick a winner out of everybody that's liked, shared and subscribed the videos, and subscribe to Chloe's page over there as well on Facebook, and we'll pick a winner. So get over there, get a wee subscribe on there as well, and help our channel grow. Also guys, link to Football Sheds is down there as well. If you want to get over and look at the video that me and Jimbo did, get on his channel and help him grow as much as possible, be very much appreciated. And a quick summary, but I reckon we've got the game in the bag if we focus and concentrate and we come out well. As I say, I think the momentum from winning the league should just continue on and keep the form going and make sure that we don't end the season just on a kind of low. I wouldn't be disappointed at all right now if we lost every game to the end of the season, but we don't want that to happen. So let's focus on it, keep it going and keep it tight. But as always guys, I've been every other Saturday. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Remember to like, share and subscribe the video. Keep it going and ticking over to everybody out in the socials as well. But thanks again guys, I've been every other Saturday, and I'll see you on the next one.